Hello everyone and welcome. Today is October 9th, 2011. My name is Silverfish and you're watching Overgrowth weekly number 43. And here as well, of course, as usual, is Anton.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And today we have an awesome episode for you guys, of course. But first off, you might recognize, or you might hear that there is some noise in the background here, and that's because I'm at a LAN right now. And that's been lots of fun.
Cool.
So I'm actually broadcasting this from the LAN right now, obviously, and it has its perks because I'm on a gigabit LAN. So what did the speed test say, Anton? Do you remember?
It was above 80. That's all I remember, or something.
Yeah, it was a lot. I think it was 80 megabits down and 60 megabit up or something like that.
Something like that.
It's pretty hardcore anyways, so it's going to be pretty nice uploading the the VODs of this after the stream. It's going to go pretty quickly, I think. And also, I downloaded StarCraft 2 at 9 megabytes per second. Aw, yeah.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. So what's going on with you, Anton?
Well, been working away on my TV show, but yesterday went to Indiecade here in Los Angeles for a while and hung out with a bunch of cool game developers and that kind of crowd, and also ran into a couple members from the Wolffire community, including Samusaran3 or Aaron and Wolf Brother 9393, who you of course did the Moon is Down mod with.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it was quite a bit of fun.
It is. I unfortunately missed most of the video game portions of it because I was working all day. So I went there for what they call night games, and Indiecade not only really focuses on independent video game development, they also do board games and what they call big games, and big games are for playing in the real world. So there are a lot of meta games going on during the whole event, including things like humans and zombies, where you sign up, and if you are a zombie, your goal is to convert humans to the zombie clans. And right when I got there was a crowd of about 60 zombies chasing down 2 or 3 humans, and you just see these giant crowds of zombies rushing across the street and around, and it gives you an appreciation for how absolutely terrifying an actual zombie outbreak would be, and and how difficult it would be to survive. So it's kind of a cool and surreal feeling when you see that.
That sounds really cool. I was looking at something similar actually that they were doing at colleges, where they were using, it might be the same thing, they were using like Nerf guns to kill the zombies, and they had some kind of down period when they were killed, etc. And a zombie could kill another human, and that human would turn into a zombie, etc.
Yep.
That's kind of the same thing. And then they had like objectives that they needed to do just to keep the humans from just, bunching up a bunch of food and then just sitting in a room for a week or something like that.
Yeah, the fun thing about this is that since you're at an event, you know that people want to do the event, so you know that people are out networking and socializing and also playing just a ton of cool video games. And so you kind of don't have to force the humans out into the open, that they are out in the open all the time. So
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's kind of nice. And we also played some other games like Werewolf or we played this game called Joust using Move controllers, and they were synced up, and basically there was music playing, and if the music is going slowly, you have to move slowly, and if it's going fast, you are allowed to move fast. And the point is that every person has a Move controller, and you're trying to knock it down from their hand, but at the speed relative to the music. So it's kind of interesting.
That sounds kind of weird.
It was kind of hard to get a grasp of, but a lot of people really enjoyed watching and playing it. So that was fun. Or a turn-based game called Ninja, where you it's basically turn-based fighting in real life. It's kind of interesting. So, a lot of fun and a lot of crowd-pleasing moments, So, if any of you guys ever make it to out to Indiecade, let me know, and we'll try and meet up. And it is a blast. If you are even considering being an independent game developer or just want to check out the latest independent games, it's the best way to do it you can. So highly, highly recommended. Anyone.
Cool. Yeah, I wish I lived close enough to go to Indiecade. That would be awesome. Well.
So,
in other good news, actually, I want to announce that the Overgrowth Weekly YouTube channel now has 214 subscribers, which means that we have passed the 200 subscribers mark this previous week. Yay!
Wow. Yay!
200 subscribers!
That's a lot of subscribers. Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Yes, indeed. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, you probably should, because this is the place where we post all the recordings of the episodes, we post all the post shows, and we post... well, I post some related Overgrowth videos that I've made, and stuff like that, so it's really cool.
I might have to submit some videos to you for use in that.
Yeah, you
maybe.
Totally should.
Yeah. Now that I know that I can.
Yes, indeed. But let's move on with the show, you guys.
Excellent.
Let's move on. So first, we have this thing we talked about last week, where we got 2 keys from Jeff of the Humble Frozen Sign-ups bundle, and we're going to give those away. We were going to give 1 key away to the guy who had the best suggestion for giving away the second key, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And so we got a few suggestions here, and the winner is Jack the Awesome, who has yes. Sorry, no drum thingy. I don't even know what that's called. Drum roll. Yes, thanks. No drum roll.
Yep.
Too bad. But anyways, it's Jack the Awesome, so congratulations, Jack the Awesome. He suggested whoever can make the best Overgrowth Weekly logo, judged by me and Anton.
Yes.
So you're going to have until next week to do this, so next Overgrowth Weekly, at the start of next Overgrowth Weekly, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yeah, let's say that. At the start of the next Overgrowth Weekly, we're going to announce the winner, and you should post your suggestions in a thread. I will... the thread will be located in the Wolfire subforum on the Wolfire forums. So just go to wolfire.com, go to message board, go to Wolfire, and right here you'll have something like OGW Humble Bundle Keys giveaway, something like this. I might remake this thread into the actual thread where you're supposed to post your thing. But it should be pretty easy to find.
Yep.
So... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, we decided on that simply for the merit of it being so OG Weekly related, and we felt like it was something that we could then best judge and approve. So I think it's an awesome idea, and having a logo for our weekly events will be very cool.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the YouTube channel again, the logo that I have created so far is, the one up here, you see. Brown background, and then we have the Arial font with an O, G, and a W, kind of in a formation that kind of looks like a face, now that I look at it.
It does. I'd never noticed that before.
Yeah, so that's the current, quote, official, unquote, Overgrowth Weekly logo, and yeah, it could be a lot better. And when it comes to judging this, we're not going to judge like how cool the logo is, how flashy it is or perfect. We're just going to judge the actual idea of the logo. And
yes.
So it doesn't matter if you don't know how to draw a logo. If you have like an idea for how the logo might look, you can just use your mouse and paint to like draw a quick sketch of how you think it should look, and send it in an email, I guess. To no, not in an email. I'm stupid. You should post it in the thread here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. And Jack Dawson, you will receive your key in your email.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So next week we expect to have your suggestions for the Overgrowth Weekly logo in.
Yeah. So, yeah. Again, ideas are just as valid for us as the actual execution of it. So, you know, if you feel like you can't draw, don't feel like you're excluded from this competition. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
please. So,
Yes, so that was that. And now let us move on to the weekly alpha. The weekly alpha. So this week it was alpha number 151. And I actually linked this to the wrong page, I see now. That's bad by me. But anyways, we have the changelog here in any case. Let's actually not do that. Let's go to wolfire.com and use this changelog. That's the second time I've actually accidentally linked to the topic instead of the blog post. Anyways. This week there is no video, unfortunately, but that is due to the changes being mostly under the hood, and a lot of people are going to like these changes because they're optimizations, almost all of them. So first we have faster active ragdoll animation. I'm pretty sure faster means faster as in it runs faster and not like it animates faster. Yes. So optimization number 1. And then we have ragdolls go to sleep faster to stop using resources. Optimization number 2. Faster terrain material checks. That's optimization number 3, because yeah, it's faster, so it's more efficient. And then we have character skinning optimizations. Optimization number 4. Can dodge using controls. This is not an optimization. This means that if you're using a controller to play Overgrowth, then you can now dodge. You couldn't do that earlier. It was something you kind of missed.
I'm sure you did.
And next we have fix for crash when no joysticks are connected. This is just a bug fix. A lot of people were experiencing that if they didn't have the controller plugged in... Oops, sorry, I just need my table. If they didn't have their controller plugged in when they started the game, it just wouldn't work. So that's kind of good that that's fixed.
Yeah,
kind of ruins
exactly.
the experience if you can't start the game, unfortunately.
Very true. Very true.
And then we have fix for missing X input DLL. This is something that I didn't notice either, any talk about in the forums or anything. So, but anyways.
Oh, it was there in the beginning. Some people were missing some files.
Oh, I see. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. That it's fixed. That's good that they were missing files.
Yeah.
And then we
I
have
understood.
fixed physics debug world lighting. My guess is that this is fixed physics debug. So when you're debugging physics, I'm guessing it's some kind of way, since it has with debugging to do, I'm guessing we haven't seen too much of this world lighting. So apparently there have been some kind of bug when you're debugging physics that causes the world lighting to be weird. Maybe?
Maybe. So,
Yeah.
glad he fixed it.
Yeah, glad you fixed it. Exactly. And then we have fixed procedural stance initialization bug. I don't know what that is either. It obviously has to do with procedural stance. The procedural stance where the characters face each other and kind of walk around facing each other. That was added in last week's alpha, I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
So?
indeed. What did you see anyone complaining about this bug?
No. I didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
So, I did see one thing, and I don't remember if it was this week or last week. There was one time when I was going into the, I was like in a fight, and I was in a procedural stance, and one of my legs was sort of pinned to the ground very far away from where my character was, and so I had a leg like stretching off the screen that sort of slowly creeped back onto the screen. I'm not sure if that was the bug or not, and I have not yet recreated that, so I'm not quite sure if that's related, but at least it sounds related.
It sounds pretty awesome, actually. That's one of those bugs that you need to record on video and put up on YouTube.
Yeah, I wish I had my video recording going at the time. I was just testing something out, and there it was.
Yeah, excuse me. I've had something similar happen to me, but nothing too bad. But yours sound just awesome.
Cool.
Okay, next we have fix for enemies grabbing weapons while unconscious. Yeah, this is a good fix as well, of course. It's kind of weird if, like, of course it doesn't work like this, but it would feel kind of weird if an enemy was lying on the ground unconscious and he was slowly, stretching his arm towards a weapon close by. It would be kind of creepy.
I've seen that. In particular, if the weapon fell through the ground, then they would, even though they were dead, they would pick it up and drop it and pick it up and drop it over and over. It was very awkward sounding.
So that was the actual bug?
Yeah, I guess so. So like the character would be dead. They had maybe been holding a weapon, and when they died, sometimes the weapon would go through the ground mesh or at least partially into the ground mesh, and then the dead character would keep grabbing it and then dropping it and grabbing it and dropping it, because it somehow, when they were dead, it didn't tell them to stop chasing after weapons.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But so that's fixed now. It's good. It's good.
Yes.
Next we have fixed problem with mouse grab when auto camera is enabled. Yeah, fix a problem with mouse grab when auto camera is enabled. I don't know what the actual problem was, but fixing problems is always a good thing, as we say here at Overgrowth Weekly a lot.
Yep.
And a more informative loading text. I don't know actually what that entails either, but more informative loading text is also
Well,
a very
it
good
tells
thing.
you. Yeah, I noticed that this week. It was telling me when it was skinning the characters. It told me when it was loading music and sounds, ambient sound. It didn't used to have all of the different things that it was loading, so it shows off more details about what is loading at a given time.
Cool, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, yeah, not really a whole lot to show off this week, unfortunately. Which is too bad. I don't know, maybe I should just...
The question is, did the game play better for you?
Well, since my computer is pretty good, I didn't really feel any difference. But if someone did, I hope they would, post about it on the forums. Would be cool.
Yeah, let us know if you noticed a substantial increase, or if lots of ragdolls created less lag.
Yeah, you should let them know, because it's good to let them know if their optimization actually worked. So, yeah. Anyways, there you had some gameplay. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. That's to compensate for there being no video this week and no real features to show off. And last week I was thinking that he might implement split screen support, since he was talking about that before, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But I'm still holding my thumbs, keeping my fingers crossed. It's in English. I don't think do you have that in English, that you can hold your thumbs?
No.
That's kind of weird for people then, probably. Because in Sweden you say instead of crossing my fingers, you hold your thumbs.
I could see how that's kind of a similar feeling, because you're kind of putting your hands in an awkward situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, English style.
You speak good English.
Yes, indeed. Very good. That they will add some kind of split screen maybe next week, maybe coming week. Anyways, since they were doing under the hood stuff this week, we have a good chance to see some over the hood stuff next week. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm hoping about that. And there actually are some tweets towards the end hinting towards, what we might see. So that's actually very exciting. So that's this week's Weekly Alpha. Let us move on to the community segment. And first off here we have the fan art watch as usual. We will take a look at the latest fan art. So let's do this, man. First we have this here image, which is an awesome image indeed. It is made by Hi Nathan. We've seen some stuff from him before. I cannot recall what he did though. I'm pretty sure we've seen some stuff from him before, right? I recognize his nick.
Yes, we saw a mouse from him with a spear over his head.
Yes, indeed.
Like,
yes,
like
right.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think I missed that OG Weekly because I was going to mention how it looked like he was going to hit himself in the back of the head with his spear. And don't think I told you that, but yes. Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm showing that image right there. That's the one we showed from him before. So I wasn't wrong, that's good. Anyways, back to the image at hand. So, here we have this image by Hi Nathan. He says, here's a puppy I painted with muscles. Yes, indeed, he does have quite a few muscles.
Yes.
I was going to do more to it, like root armor, but decided to just finish it here. So, yeah, I like this. I mean, the actual look of the character, the actual style of the image is just as perfect as in his last image. I would love to see a time-lapse of how he draws his images.
Yeah. That would be cool. There's definitely a lot of foreground detail. And yeah, the background is cool too. It kind of reminds me of the Red Shards level. I think that's where it's maybe supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and he has a stance from a Tai Chi straight sword form going on there, so that's always cool to see. If you're into those Asian martial arts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not. I'm kind of not actually, so I don't know. But that's cool. He looks very martial artsy when he has. I mean, I've seen that finger pose before, and when he has his leg up like that, looks very martial arty.
Yes.
And as someone said, actually I think it was Endo Perez, who said that having the handle for the sword like that looks quite, useful. From a fighting perspective, having like, it looks like it would have a lot of leverage, and being able to do damage quite easily.
Right. Yeah, which I think would be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, this was a puppy drawn by Hi Nathan, so well done. And next up we have this image made by Menace, M3 Ness, maybe. I don't know how he wants that pronounced. I'm pretty sure it's Menace.
I think it's Menace.
But with a 3 instead of an E in the beginning.
That's so elite.
Yeah, so elite. He should be M3N4C3.
No, but then you're overdoing it. That's more like yeah. That's too much. He's being reserved.
That's good. He's being elite in a cool way, in an elite way, so to speak. So
yes.
Yeah, Menace did this image. He says, this isn't exactly Overgrowth related. It's a piece of fan art for a mouse guard, but since you guys have it in for critters with weapons, I thought I'd dump it here too. I'll be making some more Overgrowth fan art when I find the time for it, and I hope he finds the time for it quite soon, because this image looks awesome.
Yes.
Just like the lighting on the rock to the left, the lighting in general is so awesomely drawn. It just looks so cool. I like it.
Yeah. The colors in the lighting really make it feel like he's in a dark place, and that candle is really providing that light. It's a very good study in lighting.
Yeah. It makes me want to experiment with the drawing, fully black shadows like that. Like, experiment with this style, because I really like this style in general.
Yeah,
so
he's good. I really like Menace a lot. Not to mention he drew my avatar, so that helps too.
Oh yeah. So yeah, nice job, Menace. Next up we have another image by Menace as well. It's this one right here. He says, yeah, this one was a little rushed, but beep that. beep as in censored that. Might as well post it. Yeah, I really like the style of this. What do you say?
I love it. It look if that's rushed, man, then a final version would be maybe mind blowing. I kind of actually like the rushed look to it a little bit. The sort of rougher edges. It sort of reminds me of an impressionistic painting where it's like, this is what I saw, but it's maybe not perfect, but I certainly remember seeing all these things.
Yeah.
You know? So, and again, the lighting, the sky looks like, even though you can't see the sun, to me the sky looks like it's at sunset or sunrise, and it sort of adds an element of time and place to this very cool image.
Yeah, I totally agree. It has a basically it has a very nice atmosphere to it. It has a very nice feeling to the image as a whole. I just like it a lot, even though he said, it's fast, but it looks awesome, so who cares?
Exactly.
So very well done, and I actually see that 25 minutes ago Menace added another one, so I haven't seen this one before.
Ah, yes.
And he says, made another one really quick, might tidy it up later.
This one I agree, it looks a little quick.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's cool to see these rough outlines and stuff. It feels like you start to learn how he draws a little more by looking at a picture like this.
Yeah. What I like about it is that it is so rough. I like that it is so rough because this one feels like it would fit very well into like a comic or something like that. If you just erased some of those extra lines and tidied it up a bit, it would be perfect for comic style stuff.
Yeah.
I think I should do more like this in general, like very quick things to try to get the anatomy right, because that's very hard, just to get the proportion of something correct.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah, nice.
So you should do it.
Yeah, I should do it. Not right now though. I'm doing Overgrowth Weekly Night right now, Anton, so I'll have to do it later.
All right, I'll wait for you to do it later.
Good boy. So yeah, anyways, this one made by Menace once again. So 3 pieces from Menace this week, which is good because in general there were not too many. I mean, last week there were like 7, I think, or something like that. So yeah, it's okay this week. Thanks, Menace, for being like 75% of this week's fan art thread watch.
Yep, it's awesome.
Yes, indeed. So that's the end of the fan art watch for this week. We only have one more item on the community side here. If I didn't miss anything, I hope I didn't. And that is the continuation of the Bear Clan character watch. Bear Clan character by Andridge. So he has made some more progress. Let's just slowly scroll down here so you can see each step once again. So first time we checked, I think this was the step that he was at. And then if you scroll down some more, the next time we looked at it, I think it was at this stage.
When he started adding fur, right?
Yeah, I think so. So this stage,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And then we scroll down some more, and you can see that he is, as you say, retopologizing high poly version to optimize low poly version for final in-game use. This means that he is taking the high quality, like super high detail mesh, which is another word for like 3D object, and making a texture map from it that can be used in the engine to make it look more detailed than it actually is. I hope that makes sense. And then we have here bake normal map and apply low poly. So this is the low poly version with the texture on it, and as you can see, this is the high poly version. This has like million billion polygons, and this has not million billion polygons, and it still looks almost as awesome.
Yep.
And here it is in the engine with Turner standing next to him, being a pal. So yeah, that's it. He's come very far. So if we take a look at the steps that are left, add the eyes, mouth cavity, teeth, and tongue to the model, then normal map then. Begin texturing in a mudbox or 3D coat. Which is, I'm guessing, the actual color texture. And next we have add an overgrowth skeleton to the model and see how it works, which is rigging, you know, making a skeleton for the character to use in the game so he can move around. And then we have created a tailored skeleton and added rudimentary animations. Yeah, add animations to the character so he can move around. Implement the animations for the character after figuring out the purpose/style of the character. Yeah, and that step is basically getting the animations into the game. I'm thinking he means. And then we have question mark, and then we have profit. So that sounds good.
Yay, South Park reference.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, it's looking really good. Looking forward to seeing the next version of this.
I think the size is great too. Like in comparison to Turner, he's just the right size.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah, because he should be large and menacing, and that is what he is.
Yeah.
So, in theory, I think you could even get one slightly larger. If it happens, you know.
Yeah. Maybe there could be extra large bears. Anyways, like I said, yeah, it's a very good size. I feel like this should be one of the races that do not use weapons. It kind of feels like that to me. Like, it feels like a wolf kind of race, because he's so huge and burly. It feels like giving a weapon to him would make him a bit too OP.
Right. Yeah, it would be interesting. I mean, obviously, Andridge has sort of drawn them with all these sickle ideas, but I certainly think that a bear in this context might be good at intimidating other animals, but perhaps bears fighting with other bears. True. That would be when you could use a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, they're so big, so I'm thinking that probably not many other animals would want to go head to head against a bear, even if he with or without a weapon in the bear's hand.
Agreed.
So yeah, someone commented on the background music. Yeah, as I said in the beginning, I'm at a LAN right now, so they're playing music, and it's, yeah, Secret of Monkey Island in the background. Kinda awesome. So yeah, this was the continuation of the Bear Clan character by Andridge, so hope to see more of him in the coming weeks.
Yeah, it's looking great, so I'm excited to see how it ends.
Yeah, it really is looking super duper awesome. And that's the end of the community segment for this week, and let us move into the community side note segment, which is kind of like the community segment, but just a bit more shorter. It's shorter, yeah.
Yep.
So first we have a video by Punchon497 called "A Bloody Gameplay." Oops, I can see that it's kind of bugged. There we go. And he has made this video kind of, well, it's all in black and white, and then he has keyed out the red part of the image, so you only see the blood in color, which gives a very nice effect.
Yeah. Well, very, you know, stylized, so to speak.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's basically, other than that, it's just the rabbits fighting, which is awesome in itself, of course.
Of course.
So that's cool. That's video by Pancho497. Well done by him.
Nice.
Next we have an updated mod by Last, or 2 or 3 mods I should say. Last, yeah, he has upgraded his responsibilities for each week. He used to have only the blood mod that he updated each week. That adds extra blood to Overgrowth when installed. But since last week he added a no death mod because someone requested it, and it looks like he's just going to keep updating that one as well. So now you can download either the blood mod or the no death mod, which is invincibility for your character, or you can download the blood mod and the no death mod in one package. So
So I think I think in the future he'll have to add some kind of key command to turn some of them on and off so that he doesn't have to keep releasing multiple different things. I think that will make his life a little easier.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. It would be cool. It could be like a super mod made by Last, where he has like 10 different features you can activate and deactivate on will. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. We should figure out a convenient way to do that.
Yeah, well, people have been experimenting with the UI stuff, so I don't know. I don't think that works as well as it should right now. The UI stuff and interacting with it in the game using mods.
Right.
But when it does, you know, that's the way to go, I think.
I think so.
But anyways, it's good to see Last updating these mods. It's a really cool addition to the Overgrowth community.
It certainly is an excellent, an excellent mod, and we are always thankful that he's always updating it.
Yeah, indeed. And then we have another updated mod by Zramulis. So Zramulis updated his linear level kit so that it's working for the latest version of Overgrowth.
Nice.
Thumbs up. And this is also, of course, a very awesome mod that allows you to make kill zones. So when you're standing in a specific place, the character dies. And when you're, you can also add checkpoints. So when you touch an object, you create a checkpoint, and then if you die, you respawn at that checkpoint. So that's very cool.
Yes.
It allows you to create linear levels. Oh my good lord.
Craziness.
Yes, indeed. So that's the end of the community side notes segment. And that brings us into the news segment, where we take a look at the news surrounding Overgrowth and Wolfire. And there's a lot of Humble Bundle news this week, because the Humble Frozen Signups bundle is still running. And they added Space Chem.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I am good at English. Nice.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. So they added Space Chem to the Humble Frozen Signups bundle, which is looked like a pretty cool game. I've seen
it is.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's interesting. I've played through a little bit of it, but it's yeah. So I haven't gotten fully into it. So what you were saying? You were saying it looks like a good game.
Yeah, I have seen it before, but it's one of those games that I'm unsure if I would like. It's like with Frozen Signups. I said last week that I was like, I'm not sure about this game. You know, maybe I'll stop playing it after a while or something like that. But it turns out it's a really awesome game because, as you mentioned at that time as well, you don't need to play it, all the time. You can just play it. You can just play it like a little bit every day or like every other day and stuff like that, and you still keep progressing in your games.
Yes.
So that's really cool. So I've been playing a bit of Frozen Signups, and it's a really awesome game. And my hopes is that this game is going to be of the same nature.
Yeah. I could see that. It is a puzzle game, so there is a lot more thinking to it, I think.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, I almost don't understand anything of this stuff that's shown in the video, but yeah.
Yeah, if you
cool.
go through the tutorial, you actually they walk you through creating a level similar to this one.
Okay, cool. And my guess is that it's going to get super advanced at the later stages, which will hopefully make you feel like a baller when you complete them.
I think so, yeah.
So that's cool. So they added Space Chem to the Humble Frozen Signups bundle. Nice stuff. Always good to see more games being added for little monies. Or a lot of money if you're Notch, I guess. Next we have a news item saying that Humble Bundle are hiring. So yeah, they're looking for a web developer to work for Humble Bundle Incorporated.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're a web developer and you didn't know about this and you want to work for Humble Bundle, then this is the place you need to go to apply for the job. I'm kind of surprised actually that they do need one, because I thought Jeff was awesome at developing web stuff.
Jeff is awesome, and it's a conversation we've discussed a lot. I can't go into details, I'm afraid, but what I can tell you is that it is very good to have more people working there.
Okay, good.
And that's all I'll say.
I just wanted to say that it sounded pretty nice when you said Jeff is awesome, and that is something that we have discussed a lot. Jeff is like, I'm awesome, and you're like, yeah, I mean, the way you can do lots of stuff, yeah, it's pretty awesome. You're pretty cool, Jeff. You're an awesome guy. And he's like, yeah.
Sorry. Those were definitely two separate thoughts that I ran together.
It's fine.
Jeff
It just
is
sounded
awesome.
funny.
I agree. Yeah. No, I agree. Jeff is awesome. On a side note, Jeff and I have talked about them hiring more people, and it will be good.
Okay, good. It's good. So if you're interested in working for Humble Bundle and you know how to do this stuff, apply for this job now.
Yes.
Next up, we have another Humble Bundle post. So the Humble Bundle guys, which is John and Jeff, have launched Humble Mumble with a guy on the first page that I have never seen before, holding energy drinks.
Yes.
Do you know what that's about?
Well, this is one of the new employees at Humble Bundle, and he is down at Indiecade right now for the weekend. Yeah, that's all I really know. Yes.
I mean, it's very... Did they post something about this below? Like, I haven't... They have a lot of posts here. Like, I was just thinking, yeah, who is that? So they're actually starting to make this into a business now. Like, for real, like, hiring people and getting a blog and stuff. It's really cool.
Yes, exactly. So, again, it should be very cool that they have more people working there. So, yeah, if you look, his name's Richard, I guess. They say it's his first week working at Humble Bundle. So, so as soon as if you apply and you you get accepted, they'll start putting you out in the field right away.
Nice. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So, yeah, it's awesome to see that they're hiring people, because that means that we're probably going to see more bundles in the future. So, I mean, more frequent bundles. That is my guess, anyway. That there's going to make something bigger out of this.
I'm sure that we will be hearing a lot about Humble Bundle in the future.
Yes, indeed. So that's cool, anyways. Now that's the end of the Humble Bundle news. We should probably have a new segment for that every time there's a bundle released. Next we have these two interesting tweets that I was talking about earlier. So first we have shared animations. Testing out tethering connected animation stances. So for example, a chokehold results in shared movement for a while. I had to look up the word tethering, but that means shared. So yeah, they're basically going to do shared animation stances. So that's cool.
Yeah, I think it will probably be some way of blending animations together so that, in this example, he's saying a chokehold. So if you put someone, say you take an enemy hostage and you're holding them in a chokehold, you can still move around and potentially do other things while holding them.
Oh yeah.
And it would still be procedural movement.
Cool. So I wonder if we will see procedural chokeholds in Overgrowth. That would be cool.
Well, he's certainly alluding to it in this tweet, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he certainly is. So that's that tweet, and the next tweet is very much related to that. Well, very much. It's kind of related to that. Working on dragging animations, so you can drag bodies around. Yay!
Yes.
I want to drag bodies around.
You're gonna hide them in the bushes and pretend to be a hitman.
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to hide them in the bushes, and then when you walk by, I'm going to throw them at you.
Oh, nice. Thank you for throwing dead rabbit bodies at me. I appreciate that.
It's going to be great since they're working on, multiplayer and stuff.
Yes.
We can hopefully do that in the future. In the future, I want to throw dead rabbits at you. It's going to be great.
Wow. The conversations that we have here on OG Weekly.
Yeah, it's going to be great for real, though.
Nice. Yeah, well, I'm excited that, it does give an example of, David mentioned during some of the early designing that he wanted to add an extra button to the control scheme from Lugaru to Overgrowth, and that was a grab button, and this will be a great use of, probably my guess is, another right click to grab someone and drag them around. And it's grabbing, and that's what that right click button is doing. You're grabbing ledges, you're grabbing, it's a block but also a grab to throw someone. So even when he had the weapons originally mapped to right click, it was grab to hold a weapon. So I think that he really has a lot of concepts for how this grab button will be versatile in the world of Overgrowth, and it's good to see another use of it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't have anything more to add. That basically sums it up pretty well.
Nice.
But I'm really looking forward to the next alpha, where we will probably be able to drag freaking bodies around. Awesome.
Yes.
Hopefully it'll add the throwing feature sometime soon, along with multiplayer.
Well, in theory, if you can grab it, if you're able to drag it, if you're able to jump and release it while you're flipping, you might be able to already use the same throw that you can use with the weapons.
That would be awesome if you could carry a rabbit around and not be affected by his weight. So he's kind of just flying after you.
You're dragging them around, you jump, and I'm just thinking about watching, picking up a ragdolled body and flipping it around is going to be hilarious.
Exactly, it's going to be cool. Unless he's like, no, you can't jump if you're dragging someone. This is realistic.
We know that he likes throwing dead bodies from Lugaru, and he has said that most if not all of the features from Lugaru will exist in Overgrowth. So
yes. Very good.
I'm sure that throwing them will happen somehow.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to throwing rabbits. It's going to be great.
It is going to be great.
Yes. And that's the end of the agenda and the end of Overgrowth Weekly 43, I am afraid. But you should not forget to go to ogweekly.com and go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/ogweekly, and subscribe if you want to see the Overgrowth videos that are put up there, as well as the recordings. And of course, you should follow Overgrowth Weekly on Justin TV to get notified when I start streaming and stuff. So
except now on Twitch TV.
Yes, Twitch TV. Sorry, I'm still in Justin TV mode. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week, man.
Awesome. Thanks again. See ya.
Bye-bye.